Nelson Mandela was born in 1918 in a small village called Mvezo in South Africa. He was born into a royal family of the Thembu people, but his childhood was simple: mud huts, cattle, and stories told by elders around the fire. Even as a boy, Mandela listened closely to stories of bravery, justice, and leaders who stood for their people. Those stories quietly planted a seed in his heart. As he grew older, Mandela saw something deeply wrong in his country. South Africa was ruled by apartheid, a cruel system that separated people by race. Black South Africans were treated as less than human in their own land. They could not vote, had limited education, and were forced to live in poor areas. Mandela could not accept this injustice. He became a lawyer, one of the first black lawyers in South Africa, and used his knowledge to defend people who had no voice. He joined the African National Congress, ANC, and began organizing protests. At first, he believed in peaceful resistance, but when the government responded with violence, arrests, and killings, Mandela faced a painful decision: continue peacefully and watch his people suffer, or resist more strongly. In 1962, Nelson Mandela was arrested. After a famous court case known as the Rivonia trial, Mandela stood before the judges and spoke words that shook the world. He said he had fought against domination and believed in a free and equal society, and that it was an ideal he was prepared to die for. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. Mandela spent 27 long years in prison, most of them on Robben Island. His cell was tiny. He slept on a thin mat on the floor. He broke stones under the hot sun. He was separated from his family and missed his children growing up. Many prisoners lost hope, but Mandela did not. Instead of becoming bitter, he chose something unexpected: forgiveness. He studied, learned Afrikaans, the language of his oppressors, and treated even prison guards with dignity. Slowly, those guards began to respect him. Mandela realized something powerful: if you hate your enemy, they still control you. In 1990, after decades of pressure from the world and growing unrest in South Africa, the government made a historic decision. Nelson Mandela was released. When he walked out of prison, millions expected anger, revenge, violence. But Mandela surprised the world again. He spoke of peace. He called for reconciliation between black and white South Africans. He chose unity over revenge, healing over hatred. In 1994, Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president. One of his most powerful moments came when he invited one of his former prison guards to his presidential inauguration. The world watched in disbelief. Mandela had turned pain into purpose. Nelson Mandela did not just defeat apartheid, he defeated hatred itself, and that is why his story still matters today.